So the reason why I would put a product person on the Scrum team is that I still need somebody to go do that fact finding process, right? Of hey,
Mhm.
going and identifying what the requirements are for what we're trying to build. Also, I feel like PMs are a lot closer to people than the engineers are, and plus, I think you want people like PMs to be closer to the people than engineers. I think I touched on in the previous episode of how engineers naturally communicate, and I think it's fairly off putting. So you don't want them actually talking to people if you if
Yeah,
you can avoid it.
I almost wonder if I would be good with a business analyst. And the reason I say that is because I do agree that you need someone that interfaces with the business. But in my experience, Hollywood, and I don't know if you've experienced this or not, but I feel like what happens a lot, number one, engineers already still end up in these conversations. And so it's almost like I've seen it where a product manager can only get you so far before they're like, "Yeah, we need to pull in the team." And then what I've witnessed is when the engineers are when they push back against the concept of, "Hey, I don't want to be talking with these stakeholders all the time." Well, then you have leadership saying, "Well, we need to make sure we understand the problems that we're solving. We need to be business minded. We shouldn't just be focused on the code," which I agree with that to a certain extent, but to your point, I don't know how I feel about engineers being the sole individual that's uh just talking with the business. And so that's but at the same time, like in my experience, I think sometimes with product, uh I think sometimes dreams get sold a little bit, and maybe that's just bad experiences that I've had, but I think sometimes you can have people that say things that either are not true or don't really give account to the level of complexity. And so then you end up having this big mess, kind of going back to what you said, where it's like, all right, now things get lost in translation because one person is taking something that other people said and it's not really being conveyed properly.
I've seen the powerful fall when the people work together as one.